Hi, Eric Gibaud, and today I'm going to speak about this new camera, the Canon R6 Mark III with a 45mm f1.2. Here I'm at Digit Photo in France. On Mondays they don't open, so I use the space to record this video about this camera. I don't want to speak about the video side of it because there are many videos on YouTube that speak about all the great things it can do for video. I want to speak about the photography side. So here I tested it. Ingrid Rodriguez is behind the camera recording, so let's start. So to test this camera, we decided to go around. We went to Metz, where we are right now, to have night photography, see the results. Then we went to Nancy, a city that is about an hour away from Metz, so could make some pictures. And then yesterday the weather was really horrible, so we decided to go a bit further. And we went to a really sad place. This is Verdun in France, where the First World War happened. We went to the battlefield, and there we make some picture in the museum, so indoor, so we see the result with high ISO, and also outdoor with this horrible landscape with the bombing holes and things like this. So we could really try it. So I'm going to show you the pictures while I tell you the specs, but before, let's tell one thing that sounds important to me. My first impression watching and touching, more than watching, touching the body, is that it is plastic, but really it is not. This is a special fiber with fiberglass and polycarbonates, and the inside is metal. This is magnesium. So the feeling looks plastic, but it is not, okay? And thanks to this technique, actually Canon makes the camera really light. I used to have a 5D Mark II and Mark III, and it was really metal. Actually, you could scratch the paint on it and you would see the metal. So I understand the decision, but if you look at it and you feel it's plastic, it is not. However, it looks like it, okay? Here's the camera body. Here you have a flash socket, typical wheel. Here you have the mode, the profile, all this. Here there's a switch if you want to be in photography mode or in video mode. Here the trigger, the wheels, everything. You can set everything personalized. Here you have a dedicated button for recording video, and everything is you can set the way you want. You have the joystick here, a wheel here. Yes, here the screen. You can flip forward if you want to do some vlogging. Let's see if I forget anything. Here you have the diopter. Yeah, and what's important, you can actually configure as you want. There's one thing I really like on the switch. You put it on, okay, you set your camera, but if you want to place on lock, so if you touch anything like aperture or speed or whatever you don't want to touch, it will not change everything because it's on lock. So I think this is really one feature I really like. So often you touch thing you should not, and then it changes the setting, okay? If we look at connectivity, you see the intention of Canon. You have USB-C obviously, but also full HDMI, and this is what videographer really wants, so this is great. And here you have more things like microphone, headphone connectors, and also wired remote control trigger, so this is really full. Here you have the memory cards, SD, UHS 2 and CF Express B. If you want to do photography, the UHS 2 is fine, but for video, advanced video, high rate video, you need the CF Express B. If we look at the battery, it's here, okay, and I think that's it. Let's look at the lens. The lens is really compact. Here you have if you want to manually focus, you have a ring here. There's a clickable ring here also. I guess you can, I didn't use it this way, but I guess if you set it up, you can use it to change aperture here if you want. And here I have the switch for autofocus and manual focus. The camera is really compact, the lens is really compact and is great. So I think this combo in hand, the grip is really nice. I think for my hand that's fine. You can still put a vertical grip if you want. But I think it's great. Here you also have obviously the button to remove the lens, and also a button here if you want to set it for a depth of field checker or whatever. So great size for me, at least for my hand, and for all the features it offers. This is a well-balanced size, weight. I think it's great. So I'll show you some pictures and tell you the specs. My first amazement, I would say, or the first thing that amazed me is the autofocus. Yeah, I had not tested a Canon camera for a long time. I did test the R6 Mark II, but really, many people they say that Sony has the best autofocus, and I was surprised. This one is as good or better. The system is called Dual Pixel CMOS AF2, 1053 zones. It covers 100% of the sensor, and if you go in low light, it will work down to minus 6.5 EV, so this is fantastic. It can detect like 10 faces at the same time. You pick the one you want, and that face can move around. Imagine you're making pictures of a basketball game, for example. You pick a player, it will follow it. It works fine, really great. I was so surprised with that. So I never expected to have such a good result with the autofocus. Personally, I don't need an extremely good autofocus for the type of picture I make, but if you're one of these person that really need or really wants or appreciate a great autofocus, you will not be disappointed. Really good point. Let's speak about the sensor. This is a full frame sensor, 35.9mm by 23.9mm, 32.5 megapixel effective megapixel. The sensor is actually 34.2, and the results are great, okay? The R6 Mark II had actually 24 million pixels, so it's about a third more, 33% more. And do you need it? Well, it's welcome, especially because you don't see a worse image quality in low light, so I think it's good. If you already have an R6 Mark II, should you upgrade? Probably not. Unless your cameras, you're a wedding photographer or a reporter, and your cameras are getting really, they've been really used to a lot and you need to replace them, then I think it's a great idea to make this jump to the Mark III. Great, the sensor is really giving good results. Let's speak about the ISO. The native ISO goes from 100 to 64,000 ISO, and it can be extended to down 50 ISO and up 102,400 ISO. The results are really good. I would say the noise is really not visible up to 6400. It's acceptable on 12,800 ISO, but if you want to use 25,600 ISO or 51,200, I think you will seriously need to have some noise cleaning in post-production, but that's fine. But for me, anyway, with 6400 that are clean, that's fine. But still, if you need to go higher, it's possible. The results are really great. By the way, if you wanted to help me, I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel, the small button, join button just below, and for just €1.99 a month, you help me. So I put a small star next to your name and I answer your question with priority. Thank you so much. Also have affiliated links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperture by Skylum, get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% on top of any offer they have. So still place your code and you save some money. And with ERIC20 you get 20% discount on K&F website, where you will find all the accessories by K&F Concept and more brands. So that helps you, that helps me. Everyone happy. Thank you so much. Let's carry on. Let's speak about the IBIS, 8.5 stops, great. When I was in low light pictures, I could drop the speed a lot and that was fine. I didn't use it in video, as I said, but for photography, 8.5 stops is really good. And that really helps to do low light, as long, obviously, as your subject is not moving, except you want the subject to be moved and the rest to be really steady, that's fine, but the results are great. Burst rate. In mechanical shutter, it goes up to 12 frames per second, which is good, enough for most people, and in electronic shutter, it goes up to 40 frames per second. beware of electronic shutter, not on this camera, on any camera. You have a risk of rolling shutter. It means if you move, the subject is moving, or if you move the camera to shoot, you can get some deformation. And also indoor with artificial light, depending on the shutter speed, you have the risk of having a special color effect. This is due to the electricity frequency that gives some problems. But I don't like electronic shutter, but if you need it for whatever reason, the results are there. There's one feature I really like that it is present is the pre-shot. It means when you half press the shutter, the trigger, it starts making a picture. And when you definitely click to have the definitive picture, it will keep the 20 pictures before this click. It means if you do action photography, you have your kid running on the football field, he's going to score a goal, you follow him and you feel the goal is almost there, you start pressing, it will keep the last 20 pictures. So you're sure to get the right moment. But it's not just for action photography. Maybe you are at a wedding and you have the bride and the groom looking at each other, telling, yes, I want to marry you, and you could press just before the kiss and make sure you get the right moment, or the tear, or whatever. So this is great to have pre-shot feature. Honestly, this camera is a great little camera, but I want to, well, more than little, okay? But I want to speak also about the lens. 45mm f1.2, the most luminous lens by Canon without being L series. I just used this one. I just wanted to test this one. Why? Because I feel that it's a new lens and I want to see how it would be to walk around just with it, like travel photography or reportage, or I can use it for a wedding also. So honestly, I was surprised. It's really fast focusing. The results are good. The autofocus is fine. Do you need f1.2? Probably not. Probably you would prefer to shoot at 2.8, f4, f8. But the day you need to have this extra shallow depth of field, for whatever reason, you have it. We used to have a 50mm f1.4 as a backup lens on Canon reflex cameras, and I think this is the one to have now. This 45mm is really affordable, and actually if you have an R6 Mark II or whatever Canon camera, full frame Canon camera, it's a great idea to have this lens as a backup lens or as a walk around lens, or everything lens, I would say. And if you get this R6 Mark III, maybe you can get a zoom lens, but I would recommend to also get this 45mm because as an all-around lens, it is no doubt a great lens. So my conclusion, well, the R6 series by Canon is my favorite Canon series, honestly. Before, I used to have a reflex camera, Canon reflex camera, the 5D2, the 5D Mark III also. And for me, this is the son of this, or daughter of this 5D series. Many people think the replacement is the R5. I don't agree with that. This is a high level, the R5. This one is great. The size, the weight, the price, the features are really well balanced for the price it asks. It's not the cheapest camera, obviously, but honestly, if I was doing wedding again with a Canon camera, no doubt I would get two R6 Mark III as my go-to cameras for a wedding, but also for portrait all day. So I think this camera is completely recommendable if you're searching for Canon cameras. The price, features are really perfectly balanced. So if you're interested, I'll leave you links in the description where you can buy it. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below. I'll remind you I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. The small join button just below, and for just €1.99 a month, you help me. So I'll give you a small star next to your name and I answer your question with priority. Also have affiliated links in the description, please use them. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skylum, get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% on top of any offer they have, so still place your code and you save some money. And with ERIC20, you get 20% discount on K&F website, where you will find all the accessories by K&F Concept and more brands. That helps you, that helps me, so everyone happy. Also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much, please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.